banned by Runts. Timbersaw is banned. If I recall correctly, yesterday Rajix's Timbersaw decimated the numbers, and I don't think they wanted to face that hero again. Run's taking a little bit more time on the second phase, and that's very normal.
Reserve time.
The Jug could be mid or safe lane, but I don't think he's a Judah hero this game, to be honest. So I think they're gonna go for more of a playmaker for Judah's hero. Judah also had a very successful, well, not very successful, but he had a pretty strong Timbersaw performance yesterday. Just wasn't enough against K4. Hello, hello. Should be interesting to see what the next pick is. So, really taking their time here. Almost expending 3/4 of the reserve time here are Runts, and I'm not sure what is up. I expected them to take a little bit more time on this pick, but not this long. And it's a Batrider finally. That seemed like it took ages. It was around the minute. It was around 2 minutes to actually make that pick. Not too far off 2 minutes. Is insanity. Still plenty of counters for the Batrider, even though the Vengeful Spirit has been banned out. And one of them would be the Oracle. Let's see if the numbers pick that up.
Reserve time.
They take an Undying. That is the first Undying we see this tournament. It's interesting, I guess. Let's see how Runts respond to this. Undying, one of Runts' players will have to face his own hero, I'm afraid. Sad story. So they're into the reserve time again, and they really don't have much more of this to go through. They spent almost all of it on that Batrider pick, and Runts have to hurry here. Oh, very strange.
10 seconds remaining.
They're almost completely out of reserve time, and they still haven't picked yet. And they go for the bounty here.
Radiant team pick.
And they really don't have time to respond to a surprising pick by the numbers here. Especially if the numbers save it for the last pick.
10 seconds remaining.
Now, what that surprising pick can be is up in the air, really.
Reserve time.
They do not have a lineup that can support a Huskar. There's always like that dirty brood pick at the end, but I don't even think. I think a silencer.
Dire team back.
So good counter initiation versus a Batrider Blink Lasso. Not a bad pick. I don't have a problem with that.
Come on.
And the Meepo is banned by Runts. That is them preparing for the surprise pick of D Numbers. Although D Numbers Meepo player from yesterday, Baban, is not playing today, so I'm not sure Runts were aware of that.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
And now D-Numbers with a lot of reserve time to eat through, and they ban the Viper.
Radiant team pick.
So knowing full well that Janoon's hero is unlikely to be the Juggernaut or the Batrider, they ban the Viper, which isn't necessarily exactly a Janoon-like hero either, but definitely a mid-hero. And now going for their last pick. They have a minute to make this pick, so they could take their time here. The way it's looking... Oh wow, they don't even take their time. Death Prophet mid.
Dire team pick.
Gonna be a Sand King off lane, Luna safe lane with Undying Silencer support duo. Well, it's interesting. It's interesting. There's a lot of
10 seconds remaining.
it's a very strong death ball. I mean, like, as a unit, they're very hard to fight against 5v5, but I don't think that Runts will be going for strict 5v5s. They're gonna go for pick-offs here. And they go for a Terrorblade. So this Juggernaut is gonna be Judah's Juggernaut in the mid lane. With Batrider off lane. Yeah. And a Bounty Shadow Demon roaming duo. Well, they're gonna make sure the Terrorblade gets his farm, and then they're gonna, at least one of them is gonna start roaming looking for kills. Possibly to help Judah out in the middle versus this Death Prophet. And interesting. Not the strongest not the strongest draft from either team, but actually the more solid one has to be Runts. But the onus is on them to execute. They have to get these
10
pickoffs.
seconds remaining.
And the advantage for them is no matter how badly the game is going, when you have this guy on your team, a few track kills can just turn around the entire game. We have TNT. We'll introduce the runs first. We have TNT on Terrorblade, Chucky on the Batrider, Judah on his Juggernaut, Undying on that Bounty Hunter, and Janoon on the Shadow Demon. On the bottom for D-Numbers, we have Thaski, sorry, on the Sand King, Page Mighty, Team Captain and Drafter on the Undying, Bread 4000, who usually plays offlane on a Death Prophet. That's very interesting. TN Kiro on the Luna, and Uno on the Silencer. So this could actually be offlane Death Prophet. Is unusual to say the least. We'll just have to see. And some warding going down there by Chucky to help him on this off lane. He does not. He wards the camp, so he doesn't want too many pulls going on there. And it doesn't look like they're going to be fighting for these runes. Straight up rune trade, bottom or top. Thaski is making his way here. Does have a sentry.
The battle
Undying
begins.
thinking about it, but thinks better of it.
I'll take that as tribute.
He does spot the detection on Death Prophet and decides against it. And Janoon, the aggressive ward planted up here, and they did not spot it. Terrorblade should be very happy on this lane. With the help of Janoon, I mean the Caustic Finale will really annoy Terrorblade. And he just spot that ward just planted down. The mid lane, Bread going aggressively to the high ground, does use the Soul Siphon on Juggernaut, and Judah doesn't care. He's just spanking that Death Prophet. And they're making a move on Thaxi. Thaxi will look to make it out of here. And he does. Batrider just stacking the creeps in his stacking some neutral creeps while just trying to get as much XP as he can. He's probably not going to get too many last hits on this lane, but that's not really what he's looking for. He just needs that XP. And the pull is mistimed by Janoon. And Thaxi does skill up his Caustic Finale to annoy the hell out of this Terrorblade, but Thaxi could die for this. Thaxi is gonna die for this. I mean, his Sandstorm is not enough. They have sentries there, and Thaxi will look to go down here. He does not have a Burrow Strike, and that's a first blood going Terrorblade's way. Big kill for Runts. Aggressive ward placed here by the Death Prophet. High ground ward should help her a little bit against this Juggernaut. Is right now really dominating her. Not looking good.
Bountiful.
So, relatively low-key affair so far. Not much happening. The happier team will definitely run. They're winning. Their carries are winning the last hit war, and they've gotten first blood on one of their carries, being of course the Terrorblade. And Chucky's even probably happy. He doesn't have the best last hits, sure, but he's halfway on to level 4. He's almost the same level as the mid-Death Prophet, and Thaxi being a pain up here, and he does go for the Terrorblade. I don't think he can get this kill, and Thaxki's in big trouble. There's 4 stacks of Shadow Poison on him, 5 stacks. Thaxi could be dead here. He probably is dead, and there's a 6 stack, and Thaxi is going for a kill on Janoon. Janoon does disrupt. Thaxi will go down here, and he does go down to the Shadow Poisons. Nice try by Thaxi to flip that around, but he does go down in the end for nothing. And now the last hits are starting to become quite telling. The Batrider does clear out his stack, and that's what brings him up there. This offlane Batrider has as many last hits as the safe lane Luna for the other team. And Batrider will take some damage here. Should be fine though. And Thaxi now has some help with PH Mighty's Undying, and they are making a move on this Terrorblade. But Terrorblade will get away here, and now Janoon comes in to counter-initiate. While this is happening, they're moving in on Bread's Death Prophet, and Bread is dead here. Bread is dead. He reacted far too late. I mean, he had some time to actually make a move, and he just... I'm not sure if his eyes were somewhere else on the map or something, but... a few seconds to react, and those few seconds cost him his life.
No.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So, moving in on Thaxi again. He does dodge that Shadow Poison.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Janoon connects with the second one, and still going here. Thaxi does move in, but he does get disrupted. Thaxi has 4 Shadow Poisons on him so far, and he has to get out of here, and he realizes that. And he does. 5. Oh, and the 5 kill him anyway! Janoon with the skills! And Juggernaut, apologies for that. Juggernaut also gets a solo kill on the Death Prophet, who is doing horribly right now. I mean... Death Prophet is basically as farmed as the support on Runts. And... this is already looking savage for D numbers. Part of this could be a drop in morale after they faced Elab yesterday, and part of it also could be the fact that they have stand-ins playing for them right now. In any case, this isn't the greatest position to be in. And Janoon reliably again comes up top to help his carry. Making his way around, he has been immense on this Shadow Demon.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Judah is thinking about making a move, and PH Mighty, I think, does get a feeling, and PH Mighty is trying to help out, but he could die if he tries to defend this. They're just gonna have to let Thasky go here, and Thasky misses his burrow strike, and Thasky's gonna die for free here, and Judah does get one kill right there. He was tempted to get more, but he's going for the grave, the tombstone instead, and he does get it, and that's more free cash. And Undying is waiting on one of his teammates to TP bottom, and I'm sure he'll make a go on this Luna. He might make a go himself, and he does. She takes 2 free tower hits, and he does slow her down, and he does take out the Luna. That's a solo Undying. Solo Bounty Hunter taking out a Luna, and you know things are terrible if stuff like that's happening. And he gets the tower deny. Oh my god. Bread is gonna go down here again to Judah. And he does. And it's already looking like a foregone conclusion here. Runts, I'm sure, unhappy to even be in this loser's bracket at this stage of the tournament. But that is the level of teams we've got this tournament. This kind of thing can happen, and Runts are definitely the team to beat so far in the loser's bracket, and sure the team to fear for any other team knocked down this bracket. Oh no. And Luna's gonna go down here again. So much damage coming from Judah. And pings, aggressive pings coming out from D numbers. They're obviously not happy with how things are going. And Thasky's stuck here. There is no detection, but the Blade Flurry will take Thasky out of his Sandstorm. He will get out of there though. And he does have help coming in, and that could be the Luna again, who's having a torrid time. I mean, she's the best farmed in our team, but is that saying much right now? And Runts are pretty much taking over the jungle of D numbers, and they will make a move on Bread, and Bread is in trouble here. And he does go down to the Omnis Slash of Judah, who goes for more, and Uno will... Oh, no! Yeah, he almost gets out, but Judah gets a double kill. And now Kiro is running back. Well, if there's anything we saw yesterday, guys, D numbers don't call the early GG, so they're probably gonna try their best. I mean, this is possibly their final game of the tournament, so there is no point of an early GG unless all hope is lost. And if it was me, all hope would be lost by this stage, but credit to D numbers for having some sort of faith. Faith that maybe Runts get sloppy and eat away 3 kills, 4 kills. I mean, each kill Runts have right now would give so much gold to D numbers, but where are the TPs? They're just letting Bread die again. And the TP comes way too late, and Bread is pinging multiple times, and the TP is cancelled. And it's so disjointed right now. Now it's Uno's turn to walk into the lane. Gets tracked, and Judah is going in on him. Oh my god, the damage. And Judah gets another kill. And this is a 9-0 Juggernaut, guys. in under 11 minutes. It's a 9-0 Jug. He's absolutely terrifying to deal with right now for D numbers.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under
Oh, and
attack.
he misses that last hit on the tower and gets pinged heavy. Actually, he pings himself. A little bit of lag we're experiencing. And Brett does get pulled back, and Brett does die to Chucky's Blink lasso. And as you can see, there is some heavy lag going on right now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Apologies for the lag spikes, guys. We have been told that the players are not experiencing any of it, and it's just me, I guess.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And there is a fight going on bottom, and they do take out the bounty hunter. Judah will look to make it out of here, and Judah does make it out, but they do get that bounty hunter kill, and that is something.
Radiant's middle tower is under
When I say
attack.
something, I mean their first kill. But I mean, look at that. A bounty hunter
Radiant's bottom
was
tower
that
is
valuable
under
to them.
attack.
Like, that's a lot of gold and XP to get from a bounty at this stage, and that's what I mean. Every kill that Runts throw away is a huge advantage for D numbers, but they're gonna need a lot more of those kills. I'm talking at least, if they get like to get back into this game, they probably need something like 2 team wipes, and the likelihood of that happening is pretty much 0, but that is what they're shooting for. And now Judah wants to do Roshan. The second this Roshan is down, he will be able to afford his Manta style. And Chucky also comes in, and D numbers are not even willing to step outside their area at all. And they have such defensive wards right now that they really don't know what's going on in their jungle. And for that reason, they can't really leave this vicinity.
Sean has fallen to the dire.
If, let's say, a few of these wards were a little bit out there, maybe here and maybe here, then they'd have a little bit more maneuver. But right now, they're playing scared, and you can't even blame them. They're just gonna sacrifice a few of their tier 1 towers and probably tier 2
Radiant's
towers.
bottom tower is under attack.
Dinoon does go in and drop a ward, and I believe they did see that ward, and
Radiant's bottom
they
tower
should be
has fallen.
dewarding that sometime soon.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And they are making a move on the tier 2 on the bottom. And they're thinking about making a move in, at least Chucky is. But he doesn't spot anything, and they do take out, and they see the Luna. If she came a little closer, she was dead there. And they take out the bottom tier 2. 4 staff ready for the Bat Rider. And this could be the final push of the game. Judah doing some chip damage on the tower. He does have an Aegis. And they slow down that Sand King, but I don't think they're gonna get him. And Judah goes back up with the creep wave to slap down that tower. And they drop the tombstone, but Uno does get lassoed, and Uno needs to silence, and he does silence. And Luna also gets off her ulti, but they disengage really quickly. And now it's their turn. They still have all their skills up, and Judah's running in, and he goes in on Bread, and he takes Bread out, and he's going in for more. Judah takes out Uno. Now Thaxie's next. He's gonna take out Thaxie. That's a triple kill for Judah. And that could be GG. Actually, I am tempted to say that is GG. The other lanes still have tier 2 towers standing up. So that is the only saving grace for D numbers, but
Radiant's bottom barracks are under
there's the GG called nice and early. They know this game was over quite a while ago. Well played by Runts. Definitely one of the better teams in this tournament, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in this lower bracket. Commiserations to D numbers. They still had one of the highlights of the tournaments with that Meeple performance. We hope to see them in our next CSL tournament. And for our next game, guys,